Really?
Yeah, because they were waiting for us. You see, we were
I
not late.
realize it because you're not
No,
here.
but they wait for us. You see, it's not that.
Yeah, they didn't start without you. Okay,
Okay, let's not start as soon as possible.
Okay.
Let's go in and start as soon as possible. Okay. The majority of academics who are obsessed with this idea, the left needs a new answer. Isn't it basically, we want a radical revolution, but at the same time, we want our relatively prosperous lives to go on undisturbed. Like precisely as already Robespierre said, we want revolution without a revolution. There is, I noticed, a fundamental difference between the standard plurality of struggles in which progressive liberals... What does it mean? Isn't it in a way false even to expect such a clear political formula, in the sense of, oh, all we need is a bright intellectual to tell us the formula, what to do, and then capitalism will be over, we'll have socialism, and so on and so on. I'm stupid, I don't understand. I'm sorry. Thanks very much. In a way, I have to accept this, again, almost Lacanian discentrament of subjectivity, which is that I stand for something, but I don't really master, dominate what I stand for. People see things in me, they have some expectations. There may be political expectations that I will provide the formula, the big question that everybody is expecting today from a leftist intellectual, what should we do? Or some kind of spiritual guidance to help them, psychological or theoretical amusement in the sense of many dirty jokes or examples from movies. And I honestly accept that. I think that my reaction to this should be not so much, oh, it's all a big misunderstanding, they're missing my deep point, but my duty is basically to try and occupy the position of the analyst, which is basically to play in a way of transference with these expectations and to undermine, frustrate them. To make it clear to them that the question is not what I can give them, but are these expectations legitimate? What this expectation should tell them about themselves? It was usually that big progressive act was like, it was Nixon, not Democrats, who had to do it with China and so on. This paradox, it was in France, it was de Gaulle, not socialists, who
got out of Algeria.
Sorry? Algeria, yes. So indeed, but I'm a little bit skeptical.
You really are an intellectual superstar to me, so I had to cut you.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I'm collapsing.
I'm Francesco Pellizi, I'm the editor of Press. And Progress, the Journal of Anthropology of Studies.
Yeah.
Harvard, you may know it. I brought you a copy, which is a
Perfect. Oh, be serious, I was bluffing.
You need to shower.
It was over there.
I don't know.
Who knows here? The guy knows. I'm sorry, you know things here. You know. Okay, sorry. You know the guy who did The Hero, the Chinese guy. Then, Double Indemnity is not on the market now, I think, no?
It's not out yet, no.
Being There also, I think it looks bad, no? Being There, you know, Peter Sellers.
It should be.
Hall Ashby. Now this is too intelligent for me. You know, the ape will not get the banana. But fuck it, I don't get it here. US 70s, Being There. Ha ha ha.
What is it?
Being There. It's a wonderful movie. And look, my anal character, the price is okay. So definitely. Definitely. What more do I need? Fountainhead is the best American movie of all times. Then the best German movie would be Opfergang. This is Sacrificial Path. Of course, from 44 by Veit Harlan, the Nazi director, no? So we have Ayn Rand, Nazi, and then, unfortunately, okay, this is a more standard one, no? It is Ivan the Terrible, Eisenstein. I would say these three are the best movies of all times for me. This one I wanted, yes, definitely. So we have these two. That will be it, I think.
Hey, how about if I buy them for you?
Sorry? No, wait a minute. Poor American girl, working class. Who pays for that? No, but are you sure you are reimbursed?
Yeah, I'll get
okay,
reimbursed.
with pleasure.
I'll let you buy.
Now let it be the eternal secret of my desire.
Right.
Did I suspect this in advance or not. You know, like if you were
think
not,
you were counting
if you were not to make this offer, I would in the last minute say, oh, maybe not now. I have too many things to catch.
This one is a little expensive, actually. $32.
Shut up, or you will get 3 more.
All right.
I'm so sad that wait a minute. Wait a minute. What is this? My God, I would love to have so that you will not. Let me buy
Got a
this.
special booklet.
Well, which one? Sorry, can I buy this one also? Oh, sorry. Ha ha ha. Fuck off. You're close.
What are you working on now, Slovan? What do you do? What's the new book?
The mega, basically ticklish subject part 2. Big mega thing.
How far along are you?
Pretty close to the end. No, but it will be mega. One part philosophy, theology, one part cognitivism. I'm now deep in brain sciences. And one part politics, obscenity, and so on.
What's it going to be called?
I don't yet know. Maybe the parallax view, but I must check it on Amazon.com simply like if there are already 20 books named
Right.
the parallax view, no? I must look into that aspect.
What does
The oth-
parallax view mean?
No, it means something very simply, which comes as close as possible to what my position is. It's, you know that it's very simple, is that when you mistake an apparent move, you look at an object, it appears that the object itself moves or changes, but in reality it's just that because your perspective shifts, no? Like lunar, stellar, whatever, solar parallax. The idea is your shift in your subjective position is reified, you perceive it as move in the object. But of course, then I add another twist, that what it is in the object in a way, no? Because object-subject are mediated and so on and so on. So what interests me is precisely this radical cut, like you move from one to another perspective, there is no way to overcome this antinomy, no? And then I developed this systematically in philosophy, cognitive science. Like in cognitive sciences, the parallax would have been either you look at your inner experience or you open the skull, you see the stupid flesh there, brains, no? But you really cannot make the jump. And you really cannot, even if scientifically you can explain it, you cannot really accept it that stupid piece of meat that you see, that's thought.
So if we distilled your canon into like 3 books, what would they be?
3 of my best books are unfortunately 4, I would say, no? Sublime Object, Tearing with the Negative, Ticklish Subject, and now the new one. Yes, this is the serious work I've done, with little pieces here and there. But this is what I would... Although I'm more and more self-critical of the first one, it's still too liberal. I'm for democracy there, I'm ashamed. I'm so very, very sorry to say. I think that there was a thing called totalitarianism, which was bad. And I think that there should be pluralism in society. My God, what am I talking there? I mean, you know that Marx Brothers joke, I would never be a member of a club that... if I were not myself, I would arrest myself.